being launched on May 4th in just under a month, and you can pre-order it today. Check the link in our bios, but we are very excited. It's called The Hope We Hold, Finding Peace in the Promises of God.
So it's a memoir about our lives. See a little bit more about our lives and how we have found peace in knowing Christ and hope in Christ throughout the journey of life. It's not always been easy, but just our desire has been to glorify God in everything that we do and learning and growing along the way. Because
from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, April 12th, and it's been one of those weeks where so much Duggar stuff is happening, but now we need to do an update about Jinger and Jeremy because a few things are going on. I did a live stream where we talked a little bit about their announcement, but wanted to dive in a little bit more deeply into that and also talk about how there might be signs that they are moving. So let's get into all of that. And before we do, can you do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of content. All right, so Jinger and Jeremy have been living in California since 2019, June to be exact. They officially became residents, and Jeremy enrolled into a 2-year program as a master's in theology at the Masters in Seminary through Grace Community Church. During that time, they took occupancy in a temporary home that was owned by the church. Now, they have been sharing all of these weird photos all over the place where they are very looking and doing very touristy things within Los Angeles, almost as a means of catching the sights before they leave. And then a recent photo shared by Jeremy shows that there's a lockbox on the front door of their home. Yes, a realtor lockbox, that's right. Now, it could just be that there's a lockbox on the house all the time because it's a home owned by the church, and perhaps they want access to it and should need access to it. Although that's odd, because why would you need access to a home that you own? You don't technically need a lockbox. But again, there's a lockbox on the front, but they could actually be moving because Jeremy's program's almost over. So according to the Grace Community Church Masters in Seminary website, the program that he's in is actually for 2 years. If he enrolled, say, in July of 2019, he's near done with his program, maybe in his last semester of the program, meaning that the housing that he's been provided was up. He's going to have to leave because once you're not in the program, you're not going to be able to live in church housing because you're literally no longer a student. There's never been any discussion about where they would land afterwards. If you remember, they were in Laredo, Texas, where Jeremy had started his own branch of Grace Community Church in Laredo. I don't know if he'll go back there or Arkansas. You guys, a lot of people are asking, will they go back to Arkansas? I really don't see that. Jinger has talked a lot about how she wants to stay living in cities. I don't know if they really like Los Angeles. I don't know if it's a long-term good fit for them. They seem to like all of the sites, but I don't know, part of me doesn't see them settling down there because with Grace Community Church headquartered there, Jeremy wouldn't be able to just start his own branch of the church there. He would have to go somewhere outside of Los Angeles to start a church. Does that make sense? Okay. With the prospect of them being done and this idea that they want to leave counting on, they weren't in the most recent episode, which aired a couple weeks ago. Now there's some discussion that they are sort of switching gears on their social media and are going to start using their social media as their main source of income. So people on social media have noted that over the last several months, Jeremy and Jinger have stopped sharing photos of their girls and have stopped using it as a means to update fans about their life and their family, but now more as a vehicle to promote the various products in which they're endorsing, like the hair dryers and the skincare that she does in her stories, and the projects that they're a part of, from their podcast to their merch line and now a new book coming out. So they announced that their new book is coming out in May and it's called The Hope We Hold, and it's supposed to be a memoir about both of their early lives, meeting, falling in love, their relationship, and how they've been able to get through all of the struggles and joys through the hope they get through Christ. Well, immediately, some people were really skeptical about this and upset because they feel like, what do they absolutely have to say? Like, Ginger's already written a book with her sisters about her childhood. What more could she have to say about her childhood? Although a book with her sisters is quite a bit different than writing her own story, unique to them as a whole. But I understand the point there. Other people were more irritated with the fact that this just sounds like a money grab, and they're kind of irritated that the book costs $30, which, by the way, isn't that expensive for a hardcover book. They're usually about $25 to $35. So they have a book coming out in May, but the weird thing is they want their fans to recruit or to promote the book for them, which makes me wonder, like, how involved the book publishing company was involved in this. But they're looking for ambassadors to promote the book. In a recent post on, they want people to join their launch team, they said this: with the upcoming release of the book, we've got a fun opportunity to create a launch team, which means for those of you wanting to be a part, we'll send you an advanced copy of the book and join you for some live stream calls to discuss. We hope you can be a part of it. Check the link in bio to sign up. When you go to it, the book is being put out by Hatchet Publishing, and the launch says that all launch team members who pre-order the book will get a digital advanced copy before anyone else. So you still have to buy the book to pre-launch. And then you get exclusive access to a live stream event and fun bonuses and prizes, maybe even free coffee. So you get advanced copy, you get to hang out with them in a live stream, and you get bonus prizes and more. So basically they want you to read the book ahead of time, and I'm guessing in a way promote it, by like you read it, you get to find out more about the book, and then as a result you get to be in a live stream with us with like 20,000 of your favorite friends. Now immediately the comments on that were not met super well. Like, some people were actually kind of irritated. So they're saying, wait, you're not paying for a launch team and you have to buy the book? That doesn't seem nice. Now, typically people that are going to review the book are not required to, say, pay for the book. So some people, like publishers, will send books to people that they want to review it, and they get the book for free. This is an interesting take of having people to have to pay for it to get it early. Weird. So I understand that. But then on another post, which was full of even more criticism, people actually became more and more irritated with the Vuolos and how they have been using their social media. When Jinger recently shared that, when she shared the release of the book, she said that she wanted people to join her launch team. Her responses were even more critical. For instance, one person said, "All you do now is try to sell things to your fans. It seems like you guys only care about money." Another person said, "Looking forward to buying it in the thrift store. Duggar motto, buy used and save money." Another person said, What could you possibly have to share?" Another said, "I'd rather watch paint dry." And then this person said it flat out: "I have to be honest, I've lost interest in you and Jeremy. Your lives have been public for a long time, and I feel that you are wrong in not posting recent photos of both your daughters as your fans have been asking. It might be mean or unfair of me to say that, but you're putting yourselves out there and making money off of it. So now all of a sudden you don't want to show your kids. Maybe you just want all the attention on yourselves. I wish you well, but you lost me, and I suspect other fans with the absence of your beautiful children." And then someone else said, "Does it suck as much as your merch and podcast? Perhaps get real jobs and stop with the terrible business ventures." You have some people that are obviously very supportive of this choice, but others just glaringly angry. It seems like they have completely shifted paths. They're going to get away from sharing their children and instead now be focusing on ministry in marriage, which, oh my God, do we need another Christian ministry around marriage and finding like the strength in marriage through God? How many of these fundamentalist bloggers are going to do another marriage ministry podcast? There are so many already out there. There are so many books that are exactly like this. It's like super oversaturated. Now, it might be a quick money grab, but in the long term, like, is anyone really going to take practical skills and knowledge from these books, knowing what they know about Jeremy's beliefs? Now, some people were critical because in the book, they want to know if Jeremy's going to address his feelings about the LGBTQ plus, because obviously we know where his church stands, and we also know where the church stands about women. And some people are critical about the fact that they don't support women having jobs outside of the home. So are they going to talk about women being strong outside of the home and having a job outside of the home? Now, I understand a lot of you guys get critical when I say not having a job or only being housewives. I'm not suggesting that women that work at home are not doing a valiant effort and not doing a job harder than most people. Unfortunately, with this group and with these types of extremists, women don't have the option. So it's not an option for a woman to have a job. So for those of you that make the choice and it's a willing choice to stay home, I applaud you. It is a job harder than anyone else. But when it's your only option, that's when it becomes a problem. And when a woman is not properly educated and kind of left to just have one option for her future, it takes away her opportunities. Hope that makes sense. All right, you guys, what do you think about all of this? Are you surprised about having a launch team where people have to pay to read the book and pay to buy the book, and that all they get is like a live stream? And then what else do you think about the criticism they're getting of how they've switched up their social media and people not being happy with all they do now is try to sell products? And do you think they're moving, and to where? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.